a journalist, and I'm traveling across my home country, Canada. On this journey, I'll be experiencing some of Canada's most interesting destinations. My next journey is in the province of Ontario and begins in the country's capital city, Ottawa. I'm at Madaoki Farm here on the traditional unceded territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin people, also known as Ottawa. And here you can have an Indigenous tourism experience at the farm. And I'm with Maggie Downer. She works at the farm. Maggie, when you come to the farm, what kind of experience can you have?
So we have a lot of experiences for anybody who wants to come in or visit whenever they'd like. The first one that I always tell people about is our Legacy Trail, which is 1 kilometer long, so it's only about an 18-minute walk. And it's a self-guided medicine walk. So we have lots of signs that tell our visitors about the traditional medicines that they'll find around our land. And by doing that, they're able to go to their own house and see if they can find those same medicines. So that's always really fun to take your kids out to. Another thing that we have is we are a working farm. So we have loads of animals that people are allowed to come and see and visit. And one of my favorite things that we do have here is called our marketplace, where we actually support and sponsor over 45 different Indigenous small businesses and artists in that store as well.
Uh-oh, I can spend a lot of money and time there.
Yeah.
Tell me about your Indigenous background.
Yeah, so I'm actually Haudenosaunee. I'm a part of the Mohawk Nation from Tyendinaga, which is only about 2.5 hours away from Ottawa, so I'm very fortunate to live close to home. I'm also a member of the Bear Clan, and the Bear Clan people are known as the people of the medicine, so it's really exciting to be here with you today and spread some of that good medicine.
And I heard a rumor that you might have some very special animals here.
Yes.
What are those?
So we actually house 8 rare and endangered Ojibwe spirit horses.
Tell me about them.
So Ojibwe spirit horses is actually the only breed of horse indigenous to North America. You see, many people are taught that Spaniards actually brought over horses during colonization. Well, that's not exactly true. There used to be horses here, and there were thousands of them, thousands. In the 70s, unfortunately, many of them were killed off to the point where there are only 4 of these horses left. Today, through the efforts of our Indigenous people and those allies, they've been able to bring back that breed to 150. So although still rare and endangered, they're doing good.
And I can meet some of the Ojibwe spirit horses?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. So here are 2 of our Ojibwe spirit horses. We're just gonna come behind her. This little girl laying down having the time of her life is Cedar. She is 4.5 months old, so she's still an infant. And this beautiful grown woman over here is her mother, Sweetgrass, and she is 14 years old.
How come Cedar is so relaxed?
She's just a baby, right? So she needs a lot of time just to have her naps, right? Much like a human baby. If they don't get their naps in, they're gonna be pretty grumpy and a whole handful to deal with. So let's do some grooming. I'm gonna give you this. It's called a curry comb. This is what's gonna help move all of that dirt that's packed underneath their hair.
Wonderful. And which one are you going to use?
I'm going to take this one, which isn't just the same kind of brush, just made out of a different material. So we're just going to be like, hey, Cedar. We're gonna acknowledge her because she's being such a good girl and so patient with us.
Hi, Cedar.
And as we're grooming, we're gonna keep one hand on her so that she knows that we're here. This is how horses communicate, is through that touch and through that body language.
Is for that sneezing.
You're good. And as we go, we're just gonna do little circles. Now, one really cool sign of an Ojibwe spirit horse is actually right here. And this here is called a dorsal stripe, and it runs from their ears all the way down to their bum, and all of them have them. Like we have 2 black Ojibwe spirit horses, and even they have them if you look really super close.
So cute. I can see the line right here. That is amazing.
And if you feel them, they're super furry. So right now, they are gonna start getting their winter coat soon, which is why she is so fluffy. Because these horses had to live in North America in very, very cold winters, right? So by having this extra bit of fur, it helps keep them nice and warm.
And as an Indigenous person, being around these Ojibwe spirit horses, how does it feel? What does it mean to you?
It means the world to me, if I'm completely honest, because our horses, so these horses and our people have such parallel histories that are just so similar,
right? So like these horses used to be here roaming free in thousands. But because they're so small, many of those settlers saw them as not being able to be full workhorses because they are so tiny, right? And that they sort of really didn't like them, and they saw them as pests, right? So as Canada was being developed, that's what they saw Indigenous people as, these pests, this thing that they had to get rid of. But it means the world to me because we're able to show our resiliency as Indigenous people through the resiliency of these horses.
And now they're coming back. Their
Yeah.
numbers are thriving.
They are.
And they are loved.
Now this isn't a sign of the Ojibwe spirit horses, but they got really lucky and they all have really cool hair.
I love it.